Hello there, my name is Kevin, but I also go by Philosophical, and in this video I'm going to discuss some metaphors that I like to use that apply to many things, but especially the Transition Town movement and Transition Pittsburgh, which is what I'm involved with here in Pittsburgh. And so Transition Pittsburgh is a community-led solution-based movement to address big problems like peak oil, climate change, financial crises. So it's bringing together the heads, hands, and hearts of the community to relocalize and reskill and join together, meet our neighbors. You know, we barely know our neighbors in a lot of places. So, a good metaphor for Transition Pittsburgh is a hammock. So, most people often use the concept of a spider web to show this big network where each person or organization is like a little dot or a node within this web, but a web often traps people. But what we are doing is we are a hammock, so we are supporting each and every node in the hammock. And so what we're currently working on is bridging together all these different nodes so that it can be this amazing support network where people can come to the giant hammock and they can say, here's what I'm interested in, and then there'll be a working group devoted to that sort of project, whether that project is working on community gardens or creating new bicycle paths or going foraging or playing music in the middle of the streets to build community happiness. And so it's this supportive network, Transition Pittsburgh, that we're working to build, and we'd love for you to become a node in that network so that we will be more connected and more coherent as a whole hammock. And so another metaphor that ties right into that I like to think of is how a lot of these social movements or just campaigns are very structured, and there's only a few ways that people can really plug in and devote their energy to it. And I feel like a lot of times people they plug in, and because there's a certain way that they have to meet a certain quota, say they have to get 50 petitions signed. And so the metaphor is it's like in those social movements, they're just giving you a coloring sheet and maybe two different markers, and they say, here's your freedom, you can choose within these two different markers, but you have to stay within the lines and you have to color in all the dots. But that's how you can help out with this movement. You know, you can color in these color by number type of thing. But I feel that the transition movement and a lot of more organic and free flowing movements, it's almost as if instead of a coloring sheet, they have this huge art closet with all different mediums of art. They have clay, they have crayons, they have colored pencils, and they say, here's the tool shed. You can just go wild and plug in whatever way you want. You can just give as much as you want, and if you're not getting anything back, then hey, you don't have to do it. Instead of the coloring sheet where it's like a specific mission, a specific quota, the transition movement is more of just this huge tool shed, and you can plug in whatever way you want. And that's the way I really like it, because I don't want to feel like I have this pressure of you have to do this or you have to do that. It's really just this amazing hammock where you can become supported by a larger network, and we can really create these amazing changes that we want to see in our communities. And So I hope this was beneficial, and I think these metaphors apply to a lot of things besides the transition town movement, but I feel they really align with that principle. So once again, Transition Pittsburgh is a community-led, solution-based movement to address these massive issues we have today. And it's not just the world issues, it's very much on a personal level as well. That's why it's bringing together the heads, hands, and hearts to solve these problems. So thank you for watching, and check out transitionpgh.org if you want to get involved. Peace.